Everyone, this is Ross from Retro Dream Beam. I'm an eBay seller full time. I've been doing this with my fiance and for a couple years now. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. I'm about to go into what we're shipping out today on Tuesday. So yeah, it's still kind of like a slowish December so far. Last November was really bad. December's been okay, but I think the last time for people to ship out, or at least the last time the post office promises to ship out items on time for Christmas is the 18th, which is next Wednesday. So I'm expecting a ramp up of stuff, or we'll see if that ends up happening. All right, so the first thing is Skull and Shackles Island of Empty Eyes Pathfinder Adventure Card Game Expansion Pack number 4. I think I showed you guys a couple days ago that I sold a different expansion pack, and then I got a base game and a bunch of expansion packs on auction for like $20. This sold to a repeat buyer for $15.39. I haven't checked, but this is probably to the same person. But yeah, Pathfinder Adventure Card Game is like a deck builder board game where they have like their base game and a bunch of expansions, and they have the Skull and Shackles campaign. So it's a really cool campaign game where you're basically playing Pathfinder. You get some characters, it's co-op, you go through stuff, you get items and levels, and then you can buy a bunch of extra campaigns, like scenarios and stuff like that. So it's pretty cool. All right, next up is Star Realms promo card Ace of Aces. I don't know if I've sold any Star Realms stuff on the channel yet so far. Here's the back of it. This is a pretty cool, quick deck building game. A lot of people were playing DC deck building game, and then Star Realms came out, and a lot of people played it. There's going to be 4 different factions. You're buying these ships, and you're trying to reduce the person's, I think it's like loyalty points down to 0. So yeah, there's like the gold cost. I think this is the blue faction, which is called a Federation. I haven't played this in a while. It does say Trade Federation on top, so I haven't played this in a while. And then I played it a couple times, but I played the game so much. So like, if you play the game a lot and you play someone who's new at the game, you'll probably do better than them. It's a really fun, quick, like 5 to 10 minute playing game. And it's kind of one of those addicting games where you play it and then you go, let's play again. And then you play it and you go, let's play again. And then you realize you just spent like 4 to 6 hours playing like a small little box game. This is a cool promo card. You can get like extra ships to add to your deck. There's also extra expansion packs. This one sold for $7. I think the base game's pretty cheap. I'm not sure if it's out of print. Like I said, I haven't played it in a while. This came out in like, I want to say like 2014 or 15, maybe 2013. So it's been out there for a while. Pretty good card game, a lot of fun. All right, next up is going to be Warhammer Age of Sigmar Stormcast Eternals hardcover book. So yeah, this is just going to be for that particular sub-faction or faction right here. I haven't played Age of Sigmar, but a lot of people like this fantasy version of Warhammer. This particular book sold for $17.49. All right, moving along, we have a repeat buyer. They got Battle Honors American Civil War Generals figures right here. This one, like normally when I get these packets, they don't actually have their labels anymore, which is why I think the person doesn't want them. So I usually have to like figure out what they are. This one actually did have the label. This sold for $17. And like I said, to a repeat buyer. It's a pretty cool like little horsies, and it's going to be like cavalry and generals on them. So it looks pretty cool. All right, next up, I can't really open this up because I remember it's like really annoying to get the styrofoam out, and there's going to be like bits and pieces of the styrofoam all over. But this is like a Christmas, kind of like I think it's like a candle holder where there's this gingerbread house. It's like made of clay and it's like painted and glazed, and then you move off the top, and then there's like a little tray you can use for a tray, but I think you're going to want to use it for like a candle. It was pretty cool. I don't remember where we got this. This ended up selling for $20. All right, next up is a combo order, some Choose Your Own Adventure books. These are actually by, I think, the Choose Your Own Adventure companies are Space Hawks, the Fiber People, and the Planet Eaters. These, I believe, are both first edition. One of them is damaged. Like this one has like damage here and then damage on the side. That doesn't matter. These together sold for $53. So yeah, these ones are pretty good, especially because they were first edition. This one also has some wear, but they're both readable. The damage is just like on the side, you know, on the binding and stuff like that, but it's still bound together, if that makes sense. So they still play the Choose Your Own Adventure book. Like the front looks pretty good, and from afar you can't even tell there's that much damage. You probably can't even see on the camera. So $53 for that is pretty good. All right, next up is another Pokemon empty box. This is the Brilliant Stars set. This is an Elite Trainer box, just the box only. People like to still store their cards. It's good for like giving gifts. So my guess is someone is either collecting this particular box because it looks nice on a shelf, they're using it to store a bunch of cards, or they might be using this as like a gift box, like they got like a kid or a friend some Pokemon stuff, and this is cooler than like whatever Christmas box packaging they would use. This is like extra, you know, it makes a presentation of the gift is better. This sold for $7.56. All right, next up is a lot of 34 Warhammer Chaos bits and pieces. You've been seeing me sell a bunch of these bits and pieces. These ones were still in the sprues. The sprues weren't complete. There's a bunch of like skulls and heads and spears, yeah, it's mostly like that, some shields and some like weapons. So yeah, these are going to be like cool little accessories people will add on to their figures, or for basing, or for maybe some terrain that they're making. This sold for $17.49. That seems to be the price that a lot of them have been selling. $17.49. It's been pretty good because the whole box on auction was $40. All right, and the last thing is a DVD, Starcom: The Search for Aliens, right here. Some kind of cartoon or something. I don't know anything about this one. The case has like a lot of damage to it. Maybe they'll replace the case. The DVD was fine inside. I did show the picture for the damage on the case. But yeah, this ended up selling for $9.90. I always like to pick up the stuff where I just don't recognize, because if you grab stuff like DVDs of like popular stuff, a lot of people have it. A lot of people try to resell it, and it ends up being cheaper just because there's a lot out there. So I always just try to grab the unique stuff out there. All right, that's everything. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. If you'd like to help support us, take a look at our shop down below. Have a good one.